Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Skelesaurus Hex Heroic Mode Challenge. This tutorial will guide you through how to beat this boss. The deck that we're going to be using is Mill Rogue, so it's a bit more of a complicated deck, but you should probably learn how to play it, which will teach you how to play against it, because if you know how to play against it, it's actually fairly easy to play against if you get it on ladder, depending on what deck that you are playing on ladder. So Skelesaurus Hex, though, his hero power gives both players a... actually, in normal mode, it gives both players a card that costs 0. In this mode, however, it just gives Skelesaurus Hex himself a card which costs 0. So, a little bit of an RNG warning here. This game is pretty RNG. If he gets Deathwing on turn 1, you're kind of screwed, because Deathwing, and then you have no way to deal with it. If you don't have a sap, then you are pretty screwed, and you can't beat him. So some games you're just gonna have to restart because he draws a card, and you can't do anything about it. The deck list is on the right-hand side. We're gonna be using Backstab, Preparation, Shadow Step, Deadly Poison, Blood Mage. If you don't have that, Kobold Geomancer is a good replacement. Eviscerate, Gang Up, Sap, Bran, Cold Light Oracle, Death Lord, Earthen Ring Farseer, Fan of Knives, Ironbeak Owl, Antique Healbot, Assassinate, and Vanish. Remember, for some of those cards like Antique Healbot, for example, you are going to need to put your deck into Wild Mode because that card is not available in Standard. Besides that, the way to play a mill deck is... the idea is that you want him to die from fatigue damage. You want to make sure that you get all of his threats off the board as quickly as possible by using things like Sap or Vanish. Make him draw cards and overdraw as much as possible with Cold Light Oracle. Make sure that the Death Lords, they're very good if he doesn't have any minions left in his deck, because it is their sort of death rattle is that they will put a minion from his deck into the board, but if he doesn't have any minions on his deck, then they do not do anything. So you want to make sure that you are healing up and essentially not dying. Yeah, so here I pretty much don't have much to do, so I decide to just attack. He does play Dart Trap, which is it deals 5 damage to a dude on your board, so you gotta make sure that you are wary of that. I am already down to 16 life at turn 5. He plays King Mukla, which is a good card for him to play here, because if he does play that on normal mode, or not on normal mode, but later into the game when I have a full hand, that card can very easily just make me overdraw. And overdrawing this, if you burn a Cold Light Oracle, for example, or a Gang Up, you're not going to be in a good spot. So, basically here what I'm doing is I am just trying to get board presence as I can, making sure that I do not die too much. He's going to play a Tail Swipe, and play a Bran. Now, Bran is a very good card in this deck because things like Cold Light Oracles will get bonuses from Bran. So here, I don't really want to play my Gang Up because I want to save that for the Cold Light Oracles. I do want to be drawing more cards though, so I decide to just cycle my Blood Mage for the card draw because I did not get anything good. He has a lot of secrets at this point. Decides to play a 5/5, and yeah, luckily my taunt is still holding up. I did draw my Cold Light Oracle, which is good, so I'm going to draw one more card here. I was thinking about it, but I decided, well, he probably has Snake Trap up, so I'm going to play my Cold Light Oracle, Gang Up on Cold Light Oracle. You pretty much always want to use Gang Up on Cold Light Oracle, and then I'll play it again. And there we go. So now he's drawn a lot of cards. Did draw another Cold Light Oracle. Can't play it quite this turn yet, though, so not able to do that. I'm going to do this, which I know is probably going to have Snake Trap. Just going to go for it anyways, and then... So here I was thinking, can I afford 5 damage to face? Probably, right? Because, yeah, it's not that big of a deal at this point. But, yeah, lots and lots of secrets that I need to take care of. I know that he has Dart Trap here because it's the only thing possible for him to have. I don't want one of my minions to take 5 damage this turn. I'd be kind of fine with it hitting my face, but can't always guarantee that it will hit my face, so what I'm going to do is just end turn and not hero power. He plays yet another secret, more minions. He decides to play a dude and then bring him back, which is, you know, whatever. It's not that bad of a play, I guess. Drew my Shadow Step. I still have my Cold Light Oracle, so I should begin to start drawing more of the Cold Light Oracles. I do have 3 in my deck, and I can play Cold Light Oracle twice this turn, draw for 4, which will be good. I wanted to just attack face first because I'm pretty sure that what I'm going to do here is play Vanish, just because I want to make sure that I get my Cold Light Oracles back, and I don't want to have to deal with his 6/5 at this point. I still know that the only card is Dart Trap, so he's going to burn 1 card. It's the first card that he's burned so far. He decides to play that, wastes 4 mana. Yeah, quite an interesting play that he had here. I don't think he was programmed to work correctly with that card in particular, being the Young Brewmaster. Yeah, he wasn't really programmed to work with that correctly, so yeah, here I have lots of cards now in my hand, so should be good. I'm able to play Deathlord. I could draw some cards. I could play Bran and the Cold Light, and then Shadow Step it and play it again and draw 8 cards for each person. I would overdraw, though. Very important in this deck to try not to overdraw yourself, because a lot of your cards are very important, and you don't want to lose, like, you know, one of your gang ups, because gang up is a very important card in this this deck. One of the things that gang up does is it makes it so that you fatigue 3 turns later than your opponent fatigues. So here I decide, I'm just gonna play a gang up, or not a gang up, I'm gonna play a Cold Light Oracle, see what I draw, see if I get anything good. He's gonna start overdrawing a lot by this point. I'm kind of hoping I could draw a Vanish, but I decide to play Bran, and I have to play one thing before I play the Cold Light Oracle, or else I'm going to overdraw, and then I'll have to play one thing after I play the Cold Light Oracle, or again, I'm going to overdraw. So I'm thinking about it. Do I want to overdraw? No, I don't. So what I'll do is I will get this. Again, Battle Cries trigger twice because I have Bran, so I'm going to heal for 6 with that. And now, luckily, I did draw a Backstab, because if I hadn't, then I would have overdrawn. So Backstab is able to go into his 3/2. He's going to start taking a lot of fatigue damage really soon. He only has 10 cards, and after that, after he gets rid of those 10 cards, he will not be able to do anything anymore. So he's going to start to take damage. He has 10 cards left. He, of course, does have his hero power, but he plays it at the beginning of his turn, so he has no room for it, of course. I do have Vanish here, which could work out quite well, but I have a lot of minions on the board as well. So as you saw there, the Deathlord died, but it didn't draw any cards from his deck because his deck is empty. So here it's quite a hard decision for me. Of course, I could Vanish, but then I'm going to lose 3 pretty important cards. Pretty much any minion that I play, I'm going to start to lose cards. So I could like double Eviscerate face and then go with Vanish. But that's still not like a good situation for me. But it is the best that I can do right now. So it's what I decide to do. I'm going to burn one of those cards. Actually, I won't burn any of them, but I'm going to burn my Gang Up, which is honestly a pretty bad card to burn. Yeah, he decides to play a very big card, King Crush. I burn the Gang Up, which is very, very unfortunate, but luckily he is so far into fatigue at this point that it doesn't really matter too much. I decide here that I'm going to just play Earthen Ring Farseer and then end my turn. He's taken 4 damage. I should be able to kill him next turn just with Bran double Cold Light. So yeah, that's pretty much all I need to do, and then I will win. So let's just wait for that to happen real quick. He is taking his time with his turn, playing his dudes, and there we go. So I play my Bran. I play my Cold Light. I'm just trying to calculate here, make sure that I'm not going to die. I'll take 3 and then 4, so 7 total, and then I'll take 5, and then I'll take 4 and 5, so another 9, meaning that I'll take 16. So I'll have enough health to survive 2 brands, and he will not. So there we go. Now he draws 2 cards, and there we go. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. Links on screen right now for all of the other adventures in the game. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.